just checks. Armin Fay. His expression rarely betrays his feelings. So Bayern get the game underway in their change strip, which is basically white. My name's Alan Fountain. I'll be with you for the next 90 minutes or so. Clearance by Zambrano. Downfield to Dante. He played for Brazil in midweek. That really was a startling result, wasn't it? 1-0 for Switzerland. Little Switzerland downing the hosts of next season's World Cup. And the Frankfurt captain, Firmin Schwegler, came on as a substitute in that game. Xherdan Shaqiri, of course, playing today instead of Arjen Robben, a Swiss national. Well, he was in the Swiss starting lineup. With the middle of the week being set aside for international games, most of the Bayern side were on their travels. 15 players away on international duty. The furthest travelled were Pizarro to South Korea. This is Ribéry, takes the ball beautifully but runs it over the dead ball line. Martinez, Javi Martinez and Thiago Alcantara, Bayern's new signing. Well, they were away in Ecuador. That's one heck of a flight to come back to Germany. Around 17 hours. So that is why Martinez has been given a complete rest, and it's also why Thiago Alcantara is on the bench. They've got to get over their jet lag and, of course, recover from the stress of flying such a distance. This is Thomas Müller. Ribéry. Müller's cross was by virtually everybody. In comes Ribéry. Well, there was no contact whatsoever. It shouldn't have been a corner kick. Still, that's what the ref's given. Schweinsteiger got something on it, but couldn't really put the ball on target. Matthias Sammer in the white shirt, the sports director in Munich. And the look of the bench, there's Arjen Robben, Diego Contento, that's Mario Götze. This is Takashi Inui for Frankfurt. Takashi Inui, an established Japanese international. Great work by Aigner, finds Alex Meyer. Inui once again, he's got support from Oczipka, goes for goal and brings the best out of Manuel Neuer. Oh, the Frankfurt fans enjoyed that. That ball swerved viciously. Really difficult for Neuer to take. Firmin Schwegler, Frankfurt captain, with the corner kick. Headed out by Boateng. Frankfurt having to replace Sebastian Jung as an outstanding right back. Jung late in the week sustaining a groin problem. And that is why the right-back position has gone to Stefan Struck. Ribéry. Toni Kroos wanted a corner kick. Pep Guardiola getting very excited. His biggest problem at the moment, of course, is communication. Spanish, or actually his first language is Catalan, but he obviously speaks perfect Spanish, but also fluent in English as well. He's just finished a sabbatical year in New York before picking up the reins in Munich. He is learning German, but it's not easy if you grow up speaking a Romance language to learn Germanic language. Still, Pep's doing his level best. Roda, Uchipka. Pressurized by Bayern and forced to give away possession. Schweinsteiger didn't play for Germany in midweek. Germany in action in Kaiserslautern against Paraguay. It was a 3-3 draw, and well, Germany conceded some goals that were rather embarrassing. Shaqiri, very not happy with the quality of that pass. Good challenge from Sebastian Rode. I think it put Shaqiri off his stride. Boateng with the header. It's Alex Meyer with Aigner. They're getting in each other's way. Dante. Last season was Frankfurt's first back in the Bundesliga. They've been a bit of a yo-yo side in recent years. They gained promotion from Division 2, and well, they were one of the surprise sides of the season. Frankfurt gained a Europa League place. And on paper, they've not got a tough opponent in the qualifying round for the Europa League proper. There's Ribéry, Alaba. Oh, that was again a mediocre pass. Alaba knows it. Mandzukic had moved beautifully into position, and as we see here, Alaba really only needed to put it on the Croatian's toe, but it was too close to goalkeeper Kevin Trapp. But coming back to what I was telling you about the Europa League in Frankfurt, they've been drawn against Karabakh Agdam. That might not mean a lot to most people, but they play in the league in Azerbaijan, and the game will probably take place in Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan, but it's 3,350 kilometers away, so there'll be a lot of stress for Frankfurt traveling over the next few days. Good header. Oh, against the post. Toni Kroos. Kroos left out of the German side at his own request. There's the header. He knew he'd tackle back, but he got nowhere near to challenging Toni Kroos. Kroos declared himself unavailable for the German international. That's Mario Götze, because his wife was about to have a child. Well, she has had a child. Mum and baby are doing very well indeed, so our congratulations to Toni Kroos. Nearly congratulated of his own accord then with that header against the post. Alex Meyer. I mean, Fay, understandably, was furious with his side for the way they played in that 6-1 drubbing that Frankfurt took in Berlin. Fay said to his team, if you play like that against Bayern Munich, then we're going to concede 10, not 6, 10. So far, though, it's been a very lively start from the home side. Schwegler with the corner. Up goes Neuer. Plucks that out of the air with no problem. Loose pass from Ribéry. Rode finds Schwegler. Meyer strokes it back to Stefan Schröck. Under pressure. Out of play. Bayern Munich got off to a comfortable start last week. Their first game in the league saw them take 3 points in a 3-1 home victory over Borussia Mönchengladbach. Goals from Robin Mandzukic and David Alaba from the penalty spot. Alaba. Dante to Schweinsteiger. All last season under Jupp Heynckes, Bayern played in the same formation that Frankfurt have this afternoon, 4-2-3-1. Kevin Trapp looking a little uncertain. The challenge was from Thomas Müller. Philipp Lahm to Thomas Müller. Oh, that is a fabulous goal. Mario Mandzukic on 12 and a half minutes played, puts Bayern in the lead. Space and time for Thomas Müller. Clips over an inch perfect pass. Stefan Schröck cannot put in a challenge. Great running off the ball from Mario Mandzukic. And he scores his second goal in consecutive matches. Norman Fay not happy with his defence quite clearly. Thomas Müller on the right had all the time in the world to find Mandzukic with his cross. Aigner is on his right. But Stefan Aigner, be a corner. Good defensive work by Dante. Once again, from the right, it's going to be Pirmin Schwegler. Well, that's a bit of a wayward corner. And somehow, the ball stays in play. Johannes Flum, close season signing from Freiburg. In fact, two players came from Freiburg, the other being Jan Rosenthal, who's on the bench for Frankfurt this afternoon. Müller. Ribéry on the right this time. Dante still getting the bird from the home crowd. Shaqiri. Alaba wanted it down the line, but no room for the pass. Instead, it's back to Dante. And he finds the little Frenchman, Franck Ribéry. That's what he wanted. Corner kick. A quarter of an hour gone. Frankfurt 0, Bayern Munich 1. In actual fact, that did not make contact with the Frankfurt player. And that's why it's a goal kick. Last season, Bayern set virtually every record in the book completely new. Champions with 91 points. 17 points above Dortmund, the previous season's champions. And they scored 98 goals. Frankfurt only 30% of possession, one shot on goal. Bayern with 3, and one of them from Mario Mandzukic went in. But 70% possession for Bayern. That really does underline their superiority, even in these early stages. Hansi Flick on the right of your picture. He's the assistant to Joachim Löw, the German national team coach. The Chipke back to Trapp. Offside given against Flum. Boateng. Lahm. Neatly left by Kroos. Shaqiri's pass intended for Ribéry, but just too short. But it is excellent pressure from the champions when Frankfurt are in possession. They're harried and hustled. Schweinsteiger. Dante. Here's Flick. The Zambrano fouled by. Oh dear, a little bit of play acting from Carlos Zambrano. That will not impress referee Gargelman. Pretending that Ribéry punched him while he was on the ground. That is unacceptable. Let's look at slow motion. It was a clear foul by Ribéry. Absolutely nothing to complain about with regard to Ribéry's action. He clearly pulled down Zambrano, but that was all. Anderson. Frankfurt at the moment finding it almost impossible to clear their lines. Rode brought down by Kroos. Rode. Zambrano. Schrock under pressure. Back toward Chipka. Was half a dozen passes for Frankfurt, and only now do they get out of their own half, but Schrock can't take them all. This is fantastic pressure from Bayern. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge on the right, and of course the club president Uli Hoeneß with the red and white scarf. Inui deep in defence to dispossess Müller. Meyer. That's a great ball from Alex Meyer. Schrock has Aigner with him. On the far left is Flum. Can he get the ball across? Goes right instead to Aigner. Rode to Aigner. Meyer! No power behind it. A good cross from Aigner. That was right on Meyer's head, but the big man couldn't get any power behind it at all. That was so easy for Manuel Neuer to take. Exactly midway through an entertaining first half. Just one goal. That came on 13 minutes from Mario Mandzukic for Bayern Munich. Alaba. Now that will be a corner. Conceded by Sebastian Rode. Obviously, with 70% possession, the Bayern fans in jubilant mood. Mandzukic keeps the ball in play. Kroos. Rode to Aigner. Flum. Aigner once again. A solid tackle from the Swiss international with Kosovan roots, and Shaqiri. Thomas Müller hugging the touchline. Ribéry. Schweinsteiger. Müller. Support out wide, but he couldn't find Lam. The interception was by Meyer. He knew he loses out. Shaqiri for Bayern. Space for Ribéry on the left. Steps inside Schrock. And fires his shot straight at Kevin Trapp. I was telling you about all the records that Bayern set last season in that fabulous season which saw them do the treble, the first German side ever to do the treble. An enormous lead at the top of the Bundesliga to take the championship trophy. And then that exciting cup final where Stuttgart played well above themselves but still went down 3-2. And then, of course, the icing on the cake, victory over their closest rivals, Borussia Dortmund, in the final of the Champions League in London, in Wembley Stadium. A great season, Bayern, in the final of the Champions League for the third time in 4 years. That one a little off target from Toni Kroos. But it was their performance in the league that saw Bayern establish themselves once again as Germany's #1 club. Not only the massive 17-point lead at the end of the season over Borussia Dortmund, they also chalked up the most wins. They had the best defense and equaled the best away record. Away from home, Bayern Munich unbeaten last season. 2 draws and 15 victories. An amazing record. Ian Robin opened Bayern's Bundesliga goal-scoring account last week against Mönchengladbach. Ribéry takes the ball immaculately. Oh, what a miscue by Thomas Müller. He's furious with himself. Look at the skill. Sublime stuff from the mercurial Frenchman, and then a real fluff from Thomas Müller. Still, it's a corner for Bayern, taken by Shaqiri. Dante's up there. That's Jerome Boateng with the header. No problem for Kevin Trapp. Lahm heads back. Not a good header from Flume. And Bayern once again snap up possession. Boateng. Dante. The Frankfurt fans have gone a little quiet. The singing you can hear, that's from the Bayern block. When Frankfurt get possession, they have a lot of trouble retaining it. Long ball for Meyer. They should have flicked that onto Inouye, unable to. It's going to be a tough couple of weeks for Eintracht Frankfurt. I mentioned that they've got that mammoth journey to Baku on the Caspian Sea to play Karabakh Agdam of Azerbaijan, and then of course the long journey back, which means that they will not have much time to prepare for next week's game, which could be tough. It's against Eintracht Braunschweig, who finished second in Division 2 last season, promoted along with Hertha Berlin. Braunschweig didn't get off to the start they wanted. They lost 1-0 at home to Werder Bremen last week. So they will be wanting to make their mark in their second home game of the season. And then, of course, there's the return leg at home of that Europa League qualifier, followed at the weekend by massive visitors again, this time the runners-up Borussia Dortmund, before Bayern took the title, German champions for 2 years. So it's going to be a pretty hectic fortnight for Eintracht Frankfurt. And after that hammering in Berlin last weekend, they really needed an impressive showing against Bayern today, but 31 minutes played, Bayern so firmly in control. Ribéry taking his time over the throw-in, finds Shaqiri. Downfield from Schröck to absolutely no one. Bayern retain or regain possession. Boateng wide to his captain, Philipp Lahm. Boateng once again, superb. That's on the edge of the area. And referee Gargoman has just about had enough of the rough treatment that Franck Ribéry is getting. That was just a cynical chop from Stefan Schröck once again, and that earns the young man the yellow card. Kroos with the free kick. Oh, what a save! Dante blasts it from the edge of the goal area. It went almost straight at Kevin Trapp, but nevertheless, excellent reflexes from the Frankfurt goalkeeper. That should really have been goal number 2 for Bayern. There's Kroos' cross, the ball's free, and it was indeed an excellent save from young Kevin Trapp. Now in his second season with Bayern, with Eintracht Frankfurt, coming from Kaiserslautern for a relatively small fee, just €1.5 million. That's all Frankfurt paid Kaiserslautern. Germany really is blessed at the moment with some excellent young goalkeepers. Kevin Trapp in the under-21 side faces competition from Ter Stegen of Mönchengladbach, from Oliver Baumann of Freiburg, and of course the current number 3 in Germany is Ron-Robert Zieler, another relatively young keeper. He's with Hanover. So in addition to Manuel Neuer and René Adler of Hamburg, not forgetting Roman Weidenfeller of Dortmund, this country has an absolute surfeit of goalkeepers. Flume. Interception by Boateng. Shaqiri to Boateng. He finds Ribéry. Not the best of passes from the Frenchman. Just over 10 minutes of the first half remains, and Bayern Munich in total and complete control. Shaqiri. Just one shot on goal from the home side in 35 minutes. Well, they claim now that there's 3 shots from Frankfurt. That's a very generous appraisal. 8 from Bayern. Passes completed. Bayern just pushing the ball around. 88% of their passes finding the man. Reminiscent perhaps of the tiki-taka that made Guardiola so famous with Barcelona. Ribéry. He was looking for David Alaba, the young man who's been an amazing success in the Bundesliga. David Alaba, it's hard to believe that he's still only 19 years of age. Alaba's already played 25 times for Austria. Schwegler immediately under pressure. Bayern regaining possession. Mandzukic leaves it for Ribéry. That's good defensive work by Schrock. Dante. Frankfurt subjected to wave after wave of Bayern attacks. It's quite staggering that the champion should have scored only 1 goal so far. Ribéry. Alaba. Foul by Müller on Bastian Oczipka. Oczipka, German under-20 international. Learnt his trade with Bayern Leverkusen. Ribéry. Well, 3 Frankfurt defenders. A little too much even for the sparkling Frenchman. 6 minutes to go to half-time. Frankfurt 0, Bayern 1, but that in no way reflects Bayern's superiority so far this afternoon. It has been almost a lesson for Eintracht Frankfurt. Kroos. Müller. Ribéry. Shaqiri Roda too far away from him. Not a bad effort, but once again, straight at goalkeeper trap. And Frankfurt really have to put some snap into their defence. When Shaqiri took that ball, Roda was at least 2 paces away and almost stood there and watched as the Swiss international collected Ribéry's pass. That is just not good enough. It has been A far too passive performance so far from Eintracht Frankfurt. Yes, Bayern have an absolute galaxy of stars, not only those on the park, but you just need to look at the bench as well. But nevertheless, now that was more like it from Schruck. But Frankfurt just can't lie down and die. As he knew it, 4 Bayern players already sprinting back in defence. He knew he's on his own, and well, that was simply a shot in hope from the Japanese. No real conviction behind it. 4 minutes to go to the interval. But if you were Armin Fay, what would you be telling your side? Flume goes up. Oh, it's in! Now, has the referee given it? Alex Meyer is not celebrating. So once again, there's the header. Oh, is Meyer offside? Marginally. Marginally, my goodness, hair's breadth. A hair's breadth. And of course, if he'd left it, would the ball have gone in anyway? Because Flume is a very tall figure. 1.90 m, maybe. Let's engage in a little bit of speculation. There, I think Meyer is just offside. Now, if that ball had been left, maybe it would have gone in anyway. That we will never know. So, Frankfurt deprived of the equaliser with just 3 minutes on the clock. But I think that was a correct decision by the referee's assistant. But it was close, very, very close. At the very least, though, it should have given Frankfurt just a little bit of confidence. Inouye. Philipp Lahm. Dante. Pep Guardiola, the Bayern coach, must be more than happy with what he's seen so far. The only cloud, I think, on the Bayern horizon is the fact that they've only scored 1 goal. That is something that Guardiola will perhaps address. A fabulous save by Kevin Trapp prevented Dante from grabbing a 2nd goal for Bayern. And then, of course, there was that wonderful approach work by Franck Ribéry. He laid the ball onto the foot of Thomas Müller, just 10 or so meters out, and Müller completely fluffed his shot. That also could have been a goal for Bayern. Still, if the champions keep up this pressure, then the goals will automatically come. A little bit of a late challenge from Mario Mandzukic. He acknowledges it to the referee. The player fouled Carlos Zambrano, the Peruvian international. Mandzukic, what a chance now. Oh, that's an excellent challenge. Bastian Oczipka, just as Müller was lining up to put Bayern 2-0 in the lead. Mandzukic's pass. There's Thomas Müller, but what a timely interception by Oczipka. Müller knows it. Oh, if only I hit it half a second sooner. 20 seconds to go. No indication by our 4th official of time to be added on. Handball claimed Bayern. Referee Gagelmann had a good look at that. Ribéry questioning the referee's decision, so too is Schweinsteiger. But referee Gagelmann has handled the match superbly so far. Well, what is Armin Fee going to say to Eintracht Frankfurt in the dressing room at half-time? Bayern Munich, totally, completely